What's going on YouTube? It's Trevor here at McNeil's Garage. Today I'm doing something that I have little to no experience with. As you've seen in the previous Bel Air interior video, we got this radio quite a few years ago, one of the first things we did to the car, and the wiring harness is just jank. Every time you'd hit a bump it would short out, and I have no experience working with harnesses or even making my own, but there's only 8 connectors. And I already have everything pretty much labeled still from the previous install from however many years ago it was. And I'm going to be working on just kind of making this look good. There's just some old connectors. I'm just going to try and recrimp, solder, and just kind of get it fitted in the car. So join me along as I fumble my way through this. So as previously mentioned, this is a custom auto sound radio for the blue car. This is model number USA 630 Concours series radio, and it's got this harness here. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'll bring you down here. I kind of got it all laid out, and I actually ended up picking up a Bluetooth transmitter. We're going to test this out. This was about 40 bucks on Amazon. It's got your audio inputs, which go in the back of the radio here. Red to white, or red to red, white to white, and then this will go to like 12 volts and ground for Bluetooth. That way I don't have to use a cable. We're going to try it out. Reviews seem good, so I'm going to sit here, work on this harness a little bit, and try and make it look a little neater. And then maybe, if I do it good enough, maybe we'll get the radio installed today. And then we can get the new carpet on top of the wiring and stuff. So I'm going to kind of talk my way through what the wiring harness is here, and then we'll go put it in the car. So already one of the first things I'm going to do here, on the back of this is the diagram for the wiring harness. The yellow wire goes to the antenna. I'm not sure how many people know or notice, but I don't have an antenna on the car anymore. So I just found a little, whatever you want to call this, and I went ahead and popped the yellow wire out. Since I don't use it, I figured I might as well get rid of it instead of cutting it and then putting some electrical tape on it. So just kind of cleaning up that first, and then if you look down here, I'll take you down here. Some of these connectors, they're probably fine, but I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of cut them here, and then strip them, solder them together. We got quite a few little kits over here that Dad used whenever he was doing the Caprice, with some solder and heat shrink there, and try and get this looking a little bit better and a little bit, you know, rugged. That way it doesn't short out when we hit bumps. So we got front right positive, front right negative, front left negative, front left positive, and then we have our right left negative, right left positive, right rear positive. I don't know, but I have them all labeled in the car and labeled here, so let's just see what happens. All right, so no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, it never ends up right. So I don't know if these connectors are too small for what I'm working with here or what, but this just kind of came apart. After just I give it a little tug, they started pulling apart. So yeah, now I don't know. I'm gonna sit here and try to figure out a game plan. All right, second method. I separated each strand into 3. We'll try and put them together like this, and then wrap them around each other with the other 2 strands. We'll see how that does. Okay, I went back to Old Reliable. We'll see if this idea works. So I just went ahead and just twisted them, and I'm just gonna hang them above here and then drip some solder onto it. I'm not a professional, so anything you see in this video, do not repeat unless you want to risk it yourself. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to see if it works. So let's see. Okay, so it kind of burnt the wire a little bit, but I did get some solder on there. So this might take some getting used to, but I think we have a solder gun somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, and or maybe I'll come up on a better solution later. But we're gonna keep going with this and see what happens. Okay, so I decided to revisit the original idea, and we got a good connection. So I just had to move it away from the heat just a little bit. The first time I was just kind of pointing the heat gun down at the table. This time I kind of had it up over it like this, twisting it and that. So now what I'm going to do is just get some heat shrink and run it over there and shrink it on both sides. And I think we got like 4 total, and then we can start putting it in the car. So. Okay, so once again, change of plans. I was just kind of in the zone and just kind of kept going, so I didn't record anything. But here's what happened. I was going to attach this new wire and go from the cut down, but since these connections look good and they're tight, and I don't have any this small to plug into the speakers, I thought it was best just to keep them. So I went ahead and stripped them all, and then I was able to do all 4 of them right in a row. So they're all pretty firm, pretty strong. So these are the front, left, and right positives and negatives. So those are those. These are the rear speakers, which I'm going to just crimp. I'm actually just going to crimp these, just so I don't have to like take the heat gun inside the car and stuff. So I feel like it's better to do that. So there's those, and then these are the rear right and the rear left, and then I have the battery, ignition, and ground, and those actually plug in over here. So I snipped those as well, and I'm going to make those look a little bit nicer and connect a little bit better as well. This is the harness for that. Probably going to change up that a little bit as well. So I'm almost done with the part here. I actually am done with the soldering part, the heat shrink part here for the actual harness. Now I'm going to connect these wires back using the same stuff here, and then I'll be able to move it into the car. And then I forgot, I will also be changing these out for a little bit better terminals as well. So we're almost there, probably a few more minutes here, and then we'll be able to stick it in the car and see how it looks. Okay, so I worked on this a lot longer than I wanted to, but I think I'm happy with it. Don't know if it's even going to affect it, you know, cutting in and out. Don't even know if it's any better than how the guys did it when I paid them many years ago. But it is what it is, and here we are. So I'll just kind of go over what we did. This is the harness that plugs, this is the plug that plugs into the back of the radio over here. I took this pin out. I threw it away already, but it's the radio antenna. I don't have one on the car. So I went ahead and took the rear, or sorry, these FR plus, FR minus, and I kept the original wires, but I just kind of cut them and used these little things. Little weatherproof and solder in there. So kind of done that there. I have to just crimp the speaker wires, so I have 4 of those connectors right here. And let's see, oh, I connected the main harness, so you got your ground, ignition, and battery here. And then I went ahead and same thing with the heat shrink and the solder in the middle, connected them there, made that really nice. And then this was already, that's how it already was in the car. And then I just went ahead and redone these wires here, these connectors, and I used a little bit of heat shrink. Again, don't even know if it matters or not, but it's for my peace of mind, and If it works better, I'll be like, oh yeah, that heat shrink definitely is the trick. But no, it probably doesn't matter, but makes it look a little bit nicer. So now I'm going to go put this in the car, and I have to connect up the speaker wires for the rear. And that's where these here are. So let's take you to the car, and then we'll put them to the speakers, plug this in, plug our cables back in, and then we should be good. I don't think I'll be able to test the Bluetooth tonight, but I do at least want to test the radio, and then maybe tomorrow I'll come back and hook up the Bluetooth. So let's get in the car and see if we can get this wired up. Okay, so it's been a couple days. Kind of forgot to record putting the radio in and all that. We even got a little surprise in here, but I'll try not to show it right now. Let me get this light hooked up. There we go. Let me show you what we did in here. Try not to spoil the surprise. So got all the wires hooked up. I don't know if you can see them all up there, but they're all hooked up and radio's installed. I am missing a knob. It's kind of a rough fit for right now, but for right now it works. So I'm gonna turn the key on here, and I'm not sure if we can see, but it is on. We're not gonna be able to hear anything. You might be able to hear some static, but that's about it. So until I get my phone out here, we can play some, but for right now you're just gonna have to trust me. But we also hooked up, where's it at there? It's somewhere up in there, but we were able to put the Bluetooth device in it, and we did test that, and it works as well. So we got that wired up. Next coming videos will be putting the seats in and getting those wired up and mounted. They're 2014 Camaro seats. So I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, comment if you guys want to see anything or anything we should do differently, or any questions regarding this install or any other future plans for the Bel Air. So let us know down in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you guys in the next video.